All right, we are live. We are live. We are back. It has been a couple weeks since my last episode. The reason why it's been a couple weeks is because I had like 5 people booked and all of them canceled. Okay, one of them canceled permanently, and the other 4 just needed to reschedule. So this is bad luck, but it's not
I'm
my
glad
fault.
it. Yeah, and I'm glad it could be just like a backup. Just like
No, you're not a backup. No, I was
not
supposed
the
to have you. I
main.
was supposed to have you like months ago. We had this booked from months ago, and then the site we used StreamYard crashed, and we couldn't have you that day. But hey, you rebooked to a time that was good for your schedule, and here we are. Here we are today, which is good. I'm sick with the flu at the moment, and also my laptop is on the fritz, and it's quite old. I bought a new laptop, but it's only coming on Monday, so we're still using the old one for now. I'm hoping it's not going to crash during the stream. I've ended a bunch of like processes, and I've also like lowered my like refresh rates on my screen and stuff to like decrease the workload on it. Let's see if that helps. I don't know if it will, but if it crashes, whatever. You just handle it. You just be
What
in charge
happens
until I
happens.
come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Are we,
probably leave the room for a while, then I'll come back. I don't know. We'll have to like restart the laptop or something. I don't know. And then you just like do some like Thai five. You do like a little comedy. Do like improvise something. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. And, I actually used to do improv, so like
Really?
I'll just do like a hit chit chit
Yeah.
chat. Just do some of these. You know.
Have you ever seen the show 30 Rock?
I've watched it. I've never like watched it. Watched it.
One of
It's
my
just like
favorite
been
one of
on.
my favorite jokes in that show is an improv joke. It's a Tina Fey's character and Jenna what's her face is they're doing like an improv
Yeah.
show,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the prompt is Oprah and Sling Blade on a date. Have you
Oh.
seen this? I'll send you the link. I don't want to
No.
spoil the
No,
the
but like I will
punchline,
do
but
that voice every now and then. Like, should have done it. Like,
I love the movie. I love
That's
the French
funny.
fries and potatoes.
I mean, it's not funny. The movie isn't funny, but
Uh,
the
I mean the accent. I mean
yeah,
what is,
yeah,
the whole performance is kind of funny, but the movie's very
yeah.
somber. It's a good movie though. It's a good movie. I like the movie. I love
Um,
good old Billy Bob.
that's awesome.
Good old Billy Bob.
I love when comedians poke fun of improv because
Mm.
like they've all done it, and so
Yeah,
like it's like a funny. You just gotta laugh at yourself because it's the whole
of course,
setup's just
exactly.
ridiculous. Like we're
Yeah,
like just adults, just like doing weird like games. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like this, the
yeah.
whole like when we used to do it all the time, like my wife and I, like
Mhm.
it just felt like we would drop ourselves off at daycare because
Yeah.
like
No,
because
but
you
that's
just
what it
go
is.
and
It's
you
a
just
daycare for adults,
yeah
but that's great. That's fun. I mean,
you're just
adults
like
gotta have fun
grown
too.
like grown up people just like in a circle being like
Yeah, playing
like,
pretend basically.
yeah, it's silly
It's
but it's
great.
good,
It's fun. It's
it's
fun.
really
It's
good.
fun. It's fun. It's fun. I was never very
Hack,
good at improv. I would
yeah.
do like we had like in my school we had like drama class, and I would do drama class, and
Oh,
we would
nice.
sometimes do improv, but I was always so bad at it. I would come up with the worst ideas. I would have the worst punchlines. I'd like to think I'm kind of a funny guy, but I'm not built for like intentional comedy. I'm more like
Yeah.
unintentionally funny, I would say.
See, that's the thing though about improv though, is like the more you try to make it funny, the less
Yeah.
funny it is. Like you just have to just
Right.
go with the
That's a good point.
flow and
That's a good
just do
point.
the obvious thing,
Yeah.
and that's what ends up, you know what I mean? Like it just builds
Exactly.
naturally.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So true. Well, hello to all the viewers,
That's a
by the
hack.
way.
That's a
That's a
hack for
hack.
any of
Yeah.
y'all watching. Like if you
Yeah.
want to one, meet people around your city, two,
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
at
That's true.
like
That's true.
public speaking, just
Yeah.
like being more like one of the big things is like failing, like failure. Like there's no such thing really. It's like
Right.
it depends on kind of like the theater that you're kind of doing it with. But like the one
Yeah.
that we were
Yeah.
part of, like the big thing was like failure is good. Like it's good to go out there and fail.
Yeah.
Like
Plus, like
you
you're like in a team. Like if you fuck up, someone can like bail you out. Right.
yeah,
That's like
exactly.
kind of the whole. It's
Like
good practice for them, right? Isn't it?
like we did this thing called the failure bow when it's like if you
Right.
mess up and like
Mhm.
and if you just like I don't know like bah, instead of like doing that like you just
Yeah.
like I fail and like you just take a bow and everybody just
Yeah.
starts applauding
Oh,
and
nice.
stuff because it's like
That's cool.
you're trying, you're putting yourself out there, you're
Yeah,
just
exactly,
doing
exactly, exactly.
yeah.
Improv is tough. Improv is you're really putting yourself out there big time. Anything where you have
It's
to
a
like
good
improvise stuff on the spot,
yeah.
it's
It's
something
good
that's coming
life
from like
lessons.
deep within. Sometimes, like it's like deep within your
Yeah,
soul. It's like your subconscious is coming out. So sometimes it can be very personal stuff. I think. So you got to be in like in an environment where like you're comfortable with the people around you. I think that helps a lot.
for sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, so let's we had to talk about technology, I believe. Okay, allegedly.
Yeah,
So
that
we
was
had
good.
some
That was good
people
riffing. That
watching.
was good riffing.
That's good riffing though. Hello Roxy. Hello Amelia. Hello
Hello.
Seth. Hello the Dev Alex. That's Bjorn. What's up, Bjorn? Fairly about interesting. It does indeed.
I wonder what the dev Alex does for a living.
No idea. No idea.
I
Could
guess
be
we'll never
anything.
know.
Could be anything. Guess we'll never know. So who are you? Who are you, Michael? Who are you,
Who am
Michael
I?
Raymond? Who are
Hello,
you,
my name is
Emery?
yeah, Michael Raymond M
Hmm.
Ray.
Emery.
It's the
Everybody loves
name.
Raymond.
it just kind of happened. That's just the nickname I was given, and I've kind of stuck with it. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's
So,
good. It's good.
you know, I've gone by many a thing through
Mm,
the seasons of my life.
mm,
Um, but yeah, I don't know. Currently, software engineer,
mm,
uh, but I've done a lot the last decade, basically, of just like IT stuff, support, sys administration,
mm.
that kind of stuff.
That kind of
Shout out
stuff.
Patrick Fryer right there. I see you.
You know.
Here's my yeah, here's my old boss.
Oh, nice, nice. We also have a
Old
response
boss
from
and
Alex here, who explains
current
what he
friend.
does. Supply chain in the hospitals, studying web dev. Very nice. Welcome, Alex. And welcome, Patrick.
Nice. That's
Welcome,
awesome.
welcome, one and all. Welcome, everybody. You know, I've been having this issue with StreamYard as of late. For some reason, it still doesn't connect to my LinkedIn fully. I've like refreshed my link multiple times to my LinkedIn
Hmm.
account, but it still doesn't. I don't know if like we're actually live on my LinkedIn. I think we might be, but I don't know if it's like you're supposed to get like,
I mean, I see the people.
notification.
It has the little LinkedIn logo
It
on
does,
people's
right? Yeah. I don't
comments.
know if there was like a
So here,
notification
I could
though.
like,
Because it's supposed to like, because I can see the
I
viewers,
could
I can
see
see
it.
the view
I could see it
accounts. You can see it, but it doesn't have LinkedIn listed. That's the
somewhere.
thing.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of LinkedIn Live. It just never really
Yeah.
works good
That's well, yes,
in
exactly,
my
exactly,
experience. But you know,
exactly. From
whatever.
my experience too.
It is what
And
it
I
is.
mean, I've refreshed it. I've like you refreshed the connection like on StreamYard, and I've done that multiple times, but it still does not quite seem to work. But anyway, we do have
Oh
some
yeah, I see
viewers, which
us.
is good, So that's good. So I'm happy to have some viewers. Okay, so we're here to talk mostly about your time in IT and your supports, right? So
Yeah.
So usually what I like to do is I have like sort of like five kind of like questions I always ask everybody. The first
Hmm.
one is the first one's sort of a two-parter. If you can explain your IT role to how would you explain your role to a non-tech person, and how would you explain it to someone who is in tech or operations or knows this kind of stuff
Ooh,
better? So if you're at
that's
a party, let's say you're at a party, you meet
yeah.
me, I'm like, hey, I'm Angelo, I'm a
All right.
dentist. You're like, hey, I'm Michael, I work in
Oh, hey,
IT. I'm like,
what's
what does
up?
that
Hey,
mean? What do you do?
how's it
Hey,
going?
how's it going? Explain that to me. You know teeth. I don't know if you study
Uh,
dentistry, do you? You know what teeth are. But what is
that's
IT?
funny.
You don't know what that is.
Yeah, yeah. So IT is a very generic term, right? It
Mm-hmm.
literally just stands for information technology.
Right.
I think it's been like it's being replaced by more like specific subcategories of IT, right? Because it used to be
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, someone was just an IT, right? They were just like the computer person, right? The
Right.
computer guy,
Yeah.
right? And they would just do all the things, right?
Okay.
They would be, loading up operating systems for their servers and like the racks and stuff for the company. They'd be helping out set up people's desktops and plug in their Ethernet cables or phone lines, I guess maybe back in the day, right, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever thing.
Yeah. I remember those
They'd
days.
be probably administrating the website. Maybe they built the website. Maybe they did basically like all the things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then kind of like as things got more and more
Mm-hmm.
kind of crazy and complex,
Mm-hmm.
you start getting these like little more specific niches and these more specific kind of roles and titles.
Yeah.
I'm not answering the question at all though, so let me back, let me back
Yeah.
up.
This is a party conversation though, so this is like party vibes in a way.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
skirting around a little
So
bit, rambling
so
on.
I'm
I
putting
love it.
myself back in the mindset. So I
Right.
used to be my previous role
Mm-hmm.
was technical support, right,
Right.
for a SaaS company.
Okay.
So what I said a lot of like jargony words, right? So software as a
Right.
service. So it's just like you're paying for some sort of software.
Yeah.
And then I was of the team that helped troubleshoot and debug, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
solve customer issues for that
Yeah.
software. And this is a software that is geared towards the actual like IT crowd, right? Like those
Right.
those organizations. So we monitor your whole infrastructure. So
Yeah.
that's like your physical infrastructure, your data centers, servers, databases, file, like all that kind of stuff. It's things in the cloud, all your clouds, like whatever
Mm-hmm.
kind of things that are needed on the day to day,
Mm-hmm.
right? The
Yeah.
heartbeat of like whatever company. Those are the things that we monitor to
Sure.
make sure that they're running good.
Okay.
And then so like that's that software that I would help. So like the customers that we would get
Mm-hmm.
in asking for help were technical people, right? And
Yeah.
so they're like, hey, like blah blah blah. And so you have to know how to talk to them. But technical support again is one of those things where you're just there. The idea is you're supporting the customer of whatever product or platform, right?
Yeah.
So like it could be like Gmail, right? Technical support for Gmail looks way different. Maybe that's a bad example because Gmail could be varied, right? You could have enterprise Google workspaces, I think is what they call it, which looks a lot different than like, grandma such and such, calling in and be like, I can't.
Good point. Yeah.
I don't understand, right? I click in the icon. Very different stuff, right? So it's 100% varied, but that's the idea behind support: is you're helping the users of whatever product.
Right. So adaptability is a big part of it too.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, and because it depends on the product, right? What does it touch? Right. So like for this IT infrastructure monitoring platform, right? Logic Monitor, it's extremely varied because we monitor literally everything. And so you have to understand all these things because you need to understand what the customer is saying, what they're needing, what they're looking to do, and what kind of issue is happening. So Linux fundamentals is very important. Networking fundamentals are very important. Cloud infrastructure, like just that breadth of knowledge of all IT things, monitoring containers, containerization, virtualization, like all of these kind of things. I guess I'm dipping into the more technical explanation now.
Sure.
Like understanding all those things is key, right? Because you're going to get someone coming in there and be like, I'm trying to monitor, my VMware virtualization platform or whatever, and they're clustered, and so like, but this isn't. I'm not getting like the metrics for this vCenter here aren't matching with what I'm seeing here because the vCenter is running on a VM that's pointing to another vCenter, like all this kind of like weird hyper specific stuff.
Yeah.
But again, this is just an example because it's so varied.
Sure. Okay. And if it was someone who is in tech who asked you the question, would it be a different description?
That kind of turned into
kind of both, right? Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah. Okay. The short of it is like the non-technical short is like you're helping some sort of product. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so what did you find yourself doing most? Like fixing tickets, like onboarding users, rolling out updates, like what is like the brunt of the work?
Yeah. I mean, the day-to-day is like you come in and so it depends on the company, but this one specifically, like our support had different kind of tiers, right? So there was like a one that came included. There's like a mid-tier, and then there's like hey, we're the big ballers, right? Yeah. Like those big enterprise customers. And like they got like the white glove, like the whitest glove service you can think of. Right. Then you got like great service, and then you got like hey, we can do what we can, but like there's just a lot, right? Kind of stuff. And so we'd have like a live chat queue, so people come in and like just live chat, and but everything funneled into tickets, right? So everything was a ticket, and so like you have your queue of those and that you're working with, and you just go through, and like the idea is just like knock them out, right? And so it could be, but constantly you're just kind of juggling this queue of like, depending on how busy it is, like it could be like 30 tickets, 50 tickets, maybe it's just 10, because it's not that
how
many.
are the tickets like prioritized? Like, is it like an automatic prioritization, or like you to go in order when they happen, or like?
Yeah, so the customer, when they come in, can either like, if they come in through chat, typically it's something that they're looking to be dealt with live and right away.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily imply priority, but they're there and they could literally tell you like, hey, this is crazy high priority, like our shit's on fire,
right?
And like chaos is reigning, or whatever. Like people can be very dramatic, but like they'll tell you. Right? If they submit a ticket, they can submit it and like specify the priority level. So like, they can be like, hey, this is a critical ticket.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, like, the support team usually, right, if it's set up properly, will have its own guidelines as far as like what's classified as what priority. And so like we could have final say and be like, they submitted it as a critical ticket, but it's really like a middle ticket, or maybe it's low, maybe it's like really low priority. It's like critical, like,
but they're being dramatic.
Hey, I'm just curious about this thing, and it's like,
that's something I would do. That's something I would do for sure. I'm very impatient.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. Patience is key.
Patience is the key. Yeah, something that I don't quite have, unfortunately. So what was your start? Like, how did you get into this? Like, what was like your learning and career path looking like?
Yeah. So actually, didn't know what I wanted to do for like
Mhm.
ever.
Mhm.
A lot of stuff happened. I was changed majors like 7 times.
Damn. Well.
Finally ended up. I kind of like scrambled, changed last minute.
Mhm.
Ended up getting into the computer science program,
Okay.
and graduating with a degree,
Mhm.
but just not knowing like at all. Like I was like that person who like I don't know. I just thought like I went to college
Mhm.
and then like you graduate and then they
Did
just
he get a
like,
job?
oh hey, come on, like come let's
Hey,
work.
come on,
You know
kid.
what yeah, like I just had
You're
no
hired.
idea. I didn't even know like
Yeah.
all the things that you can do kind of with like
Right.
a CS degree.
Yeah. I can relate to this very
Um
much. Yeah.
yeah, but and so I got this one
Mhm.
engineering job right out of college that didn't really work out, and then I was kind of
Okay.
just like lost and didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I ended up getting a job um at a fast food place, a taco place,
Mhm.
like a local place,
Okay. Nice.
um with multiple locations, and they needed an
Mhm.
IT person.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so I was like, "Oh, hey, that's me." Right?
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
I like hey, I got it. And so like I transitioned
Yeah.
into that and was doing that for
Mhm.
the longest time. And IT and um like systems administration kind of thing, that's a bit different, right? Because now you're on the opposite side of the coin. Now
Mm.
you're facing like that support,
Yeah.
whereas it was facing like the customers. Now
Right.
it's facing internally, right? Now
Right.
it's
Okay.
like your coworkers are your
Mhm.
customers,
Yeah.
right? And it's the same kind of deal. Like you deal with tickets and all these kinds of
Mm.
things, but everything is like you're the technological janitor of the company or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so what that looked like for like a restaurant was
Mhm.
point of sale systems,
Mhm.
a lot of servers. Like every location had like a little mini rack that we had
Okay.
with switches, like all the terminals, like everything was plugged in and like wiring, all that kind of stuff. And so it was all very mind opening because like CS degree,
Mhm.
um, it's very theoretical. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Right.
It's like majoring in like music theory. You know
Right.
what I
Right.
mean?
Sure. Yeah. It's quite
But like,
general, quite broad, also.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
IT is like, I don't know, folk music or
Right.
something. Like just
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
like Bulgarian folk or something
Yeah.
where it's
Yeah.
just like
It's like a genre within like a greater
yeah,
form.
it just
Yeah.
it sounds good and like you don't like the
Yeah.
theory is nice to know, but like you don't need it.
Sure. Right.
And it's very like hands on, like on the ground
Yeah.
level. I don't know
Mhm.
if these analogies stick, but
They stick. They stick. I think they
whatever,
stick.
work with me.
Yeah. That makes sense to me anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully these are answering your question.
Okay. No, I think so. I think so. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
What kind of person would you say thrives in this kind of work or struggles?
Um, to thrive, you have to be very empathetic is
Hmm.
key, right?
Okay.
Um, because if you just don't care,
Hmm.
then you're not going to do good. Like you're just not going to want to try
Right.
hard,
Yeah.
and you're going to be just like the meh, like whatever IT person, like answering and just be like, hey, did you turn it off and on again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, which does work, but
But not
just
always.
like yeah, but like you're just not
Yeah.
gonna have that drive. So like you have to be
Yeah. Yeah.
empathetic to the
Okay.
people because like this is important stuff, even if it's like
Yeah.
just tacos, right? Like
Right.
that's important, right?
Yeah.
That's someone's meal. They're
Yeah.
paying their hard-earned money to come
Yeah.
in and try to
Exactly. Yeah.
enjoy like an experience.
Yeah.
Um, who knows what kind of day they're having.
Yeah. Exactly.
Um, and the employees too, right? These are people like
Mhm.
working, trying to make a hard living, and like
Yeah. Yeah.
they have a line out the door. Their systems are crashing,
Yeah.
right?
Everyone's upset. Yeah.
Like literal money is on the
Yeah.
line and
Yeah.
queuing up because it like credit cards aren't getting processed and
Yeah.
stuff. And so like um there's a cascading effect, right? Of like
Right.
people this is affecting. And
Mhm.
so you have to just like understand like people are just people and like so be empathetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to
Okay.
be very curious. You have to have a, a problem solvers kind of mentality,
Mhm.
almost to like the point where it's like it's like bothering you. Like you need to
Right.
know. Like that
Yeah.
curiosity just is
Yeah.
like
Like
I
a
need to
puzzle
like
solving.
solve this,
Yeah.
and like it's like a stubbornness almost, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like no, I need to figure this out, and I'm
Mhm.
or if I can't figure it out, like I'm going to pick up someone or like get someone to help me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'll find the people to help me or help you or we'll help each other. Like we'll figure it
Right.
out.
Yeah. I
That kind
gotcha.
of thing.
Yeah. Plus, things can be quite
Those
time sensitive too. I suppose you have to also have
y-
like the ability to be like think on your feet quite a bit. I would imagine.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. The people that I see not doing well are the people who
Mhm.
just want to follow like a script,
Sure, right,
like
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, that
you know
makes
what I
sense.
mean.
That
And
makes
it's
sense.
like,
Yeah,
unfortunately, these issues don't
mhm,
follow a script, right?
right, right,
It might look like one thing,
yeah,
but it might not be. Like the whole
yeah,
like looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. Like
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
it's looking like a duck, it's quacking like a duck, but it's like you know, a human child quacking
Right,
and flapping. It, like
right,
fell into a tar pit and now it's covered in feathers and is
yeah.
quaking. Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's
I know what
just
you mean, I know what you mean, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean, this goes back to like the improv stuff, I suppose. Too. You also got to improvise, don't you?
that's a good point. That's a
Yeah,
good point. Yeah,
yeah, full
thinking on your
circle.
feet. Thinking on
Yeah,
your feet and being
yeah,
like, all right, this isn't working. Let's pivot. You
mhm,
know, what else can I try to do? That
yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
that stuff is
If,
important.
if you could pick like one technological skill that someone needs to get really good at in order to work in this type of field, what would it be?
Um, things are changing with AI,
Mhm. Right.
but it's the same thing. It's
Yeah.
how well can I find the answer?
Mhm.
You get thrown an issue, maybe you have like zero idea, or like maybe you
Right.
have like glimpses of like what that thing
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
Um, but you have to be really good at finding those answers, like
Yeah.
above all other things,
Mhm.
above like I understand, you know, networking and like what IP addresses mean whatever, and like routing protocols,
Yeah.
port numbers, meh. Like that stuff is cool, but you can Google that
Mhm.
stuff on the fly,
Yeah.
right? It's all about, yeah, exactly, Google slash ChatGPT,
Yeah.
you know, being able to find those things and being able to filter all the noise that you're
Right.
googling
That too. Yeah. Okay.
and that ChatGPT, like all the AIs are like
Yeah.
returning,
Yeah.
because I see it all the time where people
Mhm.
will just ask AI,
Mm.
grab the giant text of it, and just
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah. Without discerning anything.
But it's like, did
Yeah.
you actually read it? Did
Yeah.
you actually go through it and figure
Yeah.
out like what's fluff, what's the actual issue, what's the
Yeah.
answer? Like that kind of stuff is key. So that
Yeah.
I think is above all other things, is like being able to like find those answers and then sift through the cruft.
Right. I think also because like nowadays we're having an issue where like there's like a sort of feedback loop with AI. Like AI is like finding information, but it's not entirely correct. And then like another AI is getting the information from that first AI. Then the third AI is getting that from the second AI. You know, so the information loop is kind of like it's like getting lost in translation a little bit too, I suppose, which doesn't help
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because think about what you're doing as a human, right? Like you
Yeah.
have so much nuanced context
Yeah.
for whatever thing that you're supporting,
Yeah.
right? Maybe it's not in the public documentation. Maybe
Right.
it's in some buried nest. Like
Right.
maybe it's
Yeah.
like these 5 historical tickets in those comments in there that you have
Yeah.
to kind
Yeah.
of sift through, and maybe
Right.
you have to like make some mental connections because you're like, okay, well, I know how this other thing works and it plugs in this way,
Yeah.
and because of this comment on this ticket, um what they mean is this, and it's like all these
Mhm.
weird little like connections that like the AI is just going to be impossible because it doesn't have, you know, 10 years of historical tickets or Slack
Right.
messages or whatever thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Plus the wealth of knowledge on the internet,
Mm.
right? In order to
Yeah.
make some of these like extremely specific things for
Yeah.
whatever weird, you know, platform you're supporting and its
Mhm.
weird integration with this other thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just way
Yeah.
too many moving pieces. It's just not
Yeah.
at that
Yeah.
point yet, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not
I
saying
gotcha.
it won't get there, but
Yeah, but it's not
not
quite
yet.
there yet. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Do you have like a ticket that you remember, like a really difficult ticket, or like a big win, or something like that that you'll never forget?
I I'm always like the worst at these, and I'm glad this isn't like an actual job interview because like it's always so hard for me to remember like very very specifics.
Right.
Um, the one that still kind of sticks out in my head is because it's
Hmm.
still like very much an issue. Is
Hmm.
maybe okay. I'll do one kind of one. One
Hmm.
time, this guy came into the live chat
Yeah.
like extremely upset, like
Hmm.
angry, like he just couldn't understand how anything worked, and
Right.
you could tell like this is one of the guys where like um you know, the company like purchased the software platform, and then whatever team decided that they moved on or like
Yeah.
slowly moved on, and then like it just kind of gets like thrown at someone, and
Right.
they're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like dust this thing off and like get it working again, and the dude
Hmm.
is just like, I don't know, and everything is just like
Yeah.
their eyes just like cross when they look
Yeah.
at it. They're not reading the documentation because it's, a lot, and they just
Yeah.
don't want, and they're just like freaking out.
Yeah, and
And
people
the
come
guy's
to you
like,
sometimes when they're like at the end of the rope, they've like had enough. They're
yeah.
like already
And he
frustrated
was
and like
like,
so pissed off.
and like I was like able to tell, like in the chat, like
Hmm.
he just wasn't getting it. Like it just wasn't
Right.
possible. And I'm like, I
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
get this guy like
yeah,
live. Like we need to
yeah,
Zoom and share screen, and like I need to figure this out.
yeah.
But he couldn't, like he didn't have a way to do that, and so we had to do a
Right.
phone, and I had to like walk him through, and like I'm pulling up kind of their portal
Mm.
of the thing,
Yeah,
and like I'm just trying to walk him through it while not being able to see what he sees and him to see what I see,
yeah.
and trying to like talk him through things. It was very difficult.
Mm.
But by the end of the thing, I had him laughing. We're
Yeah,
like joking, we're like buddy buddy,
nice.
and like
Yeah,
when the call first started, the dude was like yelling at me, telling me to
yeah,
like, jump off a bridge. Like
yeah,
it was just like the most extreme difference like I'd ever seen.
yeah.
Um, and like those are the kind of things that
Mm.
I don't know. I get a nice rush because I'm like, haha,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I tricked you into liking me, and like we figured it out. Like,
Well, even trick him. I mean, you gave him what he wanted. Also, like you did your job.
yeah,
You did a good job.
yeah, but you can't just like come at them and be like, oh,
Yeah,
you're being mean. Like, all right, well then bye.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I
True,
mean,
true, true.
I
Yeah,
guess you could, like, depending on what they're saying, like how
yeah,
mean they are. But like you have to kind of like just like, all right, dust it off
yeah,
and be like, all right, cool. They're freaking out, but like let's figure this out, and like
yeah, yeah.
getting them to be happy
Yeah,
can
I can
be
relate to
a
this.
rush.
Yeah, because I also have worked in two technical type support jobs. One was for camera manufacturer. One was for like
Oh, nice.
one was for a tech company also that makes various devices. I'm not allowed to say exactly who I work for, but anyway, I remember one call that I had with the camera company. I was working for them during COVID, and there's a guy phoned asking about an order that he made for a
Mm-hmm.
camera that he bought his daughter for Christmas, and I had to tell him that the order was going to be delayed because of COVID, because we had like an outbreak in like our warehouse in the Netherlands where the cameras are kept, and he was based in the UK, and he got so mad at me. He was like, why I ordered this? It said on the website that it was going to come on time, and I said yes, that's correct, but there was also like a disclaimer that said because of COVID things may be delayed. It's
Oh
possible,
man,
and I said to him, you can get a refund.
no.
It's fine. It hasn't been. We haven't shipped it yet, so you can get a refund if you want. And he was yelling at me. He was so pissed off. And what I
Yeah,
should have done is try to calm him down. What I did instead was I hung up the phone, and then he made a complaint about me. So my KPIs
nice.
weren't the best that month, but you know what? I deserved it. I should have done a better job being a bit more empathetic with him. I wish he had also been a bit more empathetic too. But you also can't really control the customers in this kind of way. You have to like
Yeah,
try and your best to like be a therapist to some degree. Also, I suppose.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes the right answer is to hang up
Yeah.
the phone. Like
Right.
there are those
Yeah.
cases. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen it firsthand where people are just like being extremely toxic, very rude,
Yeah. Yeah.
very like hurtful with their speech, what they're
Yeah.
typing in. Usually it's when they're typing.
Yeah.
When you get them on a call, especially if it's a Zoom and you could like see people's faces, people tend to
Yeah.
typically be a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
But like, man, there's some keyboard warriors out there.
Yeah.
And like sometimes the answer is just like, this is like, you can't, like we can't, we
Yeah.
can't be treated like this. Like you need to leave.
Yeah.
Kick them out of the bar. You've had too many.
Yeah. Another one that I remember is when I was working for the tech company, we were able to like see the customer screen. So the first thing, I go on the screen to like help him solve a problem because he has like a recurring payment that he's trying to fix, and he's like, so I'm on the screen and he's like, is trying to go to another tab, and there's like a Pornhub window open. He says to me, "Can you see that? Can you see that?" I said, "Yeah, but don't worry about it." We just like, went straight past it, and then we went to like the store. And the issue that he had was he had signed up for Tinder Premium, and he was trying to cancel it, but he didn't know how to cancel it. So I was
Oh,
like walking
nice.
through the process of that, and I was like, "Listen, buddy, listen, buddy, I can tell you're divorced, and I wish you the best of luck." But he was very nice. He was very friendly about it.
Wow.
But
That's
it's one that I'll
awesome.
never forget. It's one that I'll never forget.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's
damn, it's
crazy.
really been
I
30 minutes
wonder
almost
if that was
now.
like a work laptop or whatever, but
No, it was like his phone. It was just his phone.
oh, just his
His
phone.
phone.
Okay, that's
Just
better.
his
That's
phone.
better. That's better.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I have heard stories of people like
Yeah.
they're not like, oh, this is a corporate laptop, but they can see what I
Oh my
do
gosh.
on it. Whoa. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm sure there's a lot of people who phone like their service providers about stuff like that. Because I mean, the service providers you have for like your internet, They can see this
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
they
stuff.
can see everything.
Exactly. People don't know
Yeah.
this. People don't realize this. People
Oh
still do
yeah.
the stuff that they do, but everything
Hmm.
is traceable. Everything is traceable.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
something to
It's. I
remember
mean,
for everybody.
yeah, it's wild. That's a whole that's a whole other can of worms.
Whole other
But I
kind
mean,
of
we're
worms.
talking
Yeah.
like just massive amounts of data. Like these companies
Yeah.
have so much data on
Yeah.
you, all you people
Yeah.
watching everything. I mean,
Exactly.
and sell them.
Yeah.
Data brokers are
Yeah.
getting them, and they sell them to like marketing companies, and
Yeah.
like how do they get? Who has my phone number? You know what I mean? It's like that. That's how they do it.
Yeah. These days, actually, I barely ever answer my phone because I get so many scam calls that
Yeah.
if someone's actually trying to contact me for a reason, they can just email me. I'm probably not going to answer if they phone me, honestly. It's very rare for me to answer my phone these days if I don't
Oh
recognize the
yeah.
number. And I get so many
I.
calls from numbers I don't recognize. It happens like every day almost.
It's
That's
just
for sure.
permanent. Do not disturb.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
basically what I'm
Pretty
doing.
much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay, so we're pretty much wrapping up here. It's been 30 minutes already. It's really flown by. It's really flown by.
Yeah, I could keep going.
What do we want to finish off with here? What is your preference for working? Is it from home, from office, or hybrid? What would you prefer?
Ooh. So preference is one thing. I mean, some of these roles like in like IT, right?
Mhm.
IT is definitely one of those things where it's like depending on the company, you probably can't really do that remote. You could probably do some
Sure.
sort of hybrid
Yeah.
thing because
Okay.
you're probably gonna need to like at some point plug something in. You
Right.
know what I
Okay.
mean? Like you're
Makes
gonna need to
sense.
like get off
Yeah.
your chair and like go do
Yeah.
something.
Right.
Um, but for the most part, since 2020, like I've been 100% remote,
Nice.
and it's been great. I mean, I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
we just had a little kid, our first
Yeah.
one, and so
Yeah.
like being able to just be home and like just
Yeah.
experience the little things. Like, I mean, it's like the quick things, right? Like,
Yeah.
getting a snack in the kitchen and like seeing these little moments and stuff that you just
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
get,
Yeah. You
right?
don't go like hours
Um,
and hours without seeing him. Like you're in your office working, sure, but you can go look.
yeah.
You can go look at him. Like if you want to, you can just walk over there at any time.
Right,
Right.
right,
Yeah.
right. And
It's hard
so,
to beat. Yeah.
over the couple months, right, or
Yeah.
whatever, like, my working has looked a little bit different, but like, definitely
Yeah.
there's times like I'm on the
Yeah.
laptop and like they're sleeping on me and I'm like trying to work and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like
Great.
maybe that's not the most
Yeah.
efficient, but you know what I mean? It's like you
Yeah.
can't get those little things back, And
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true.
I
Exactly.
don't
Exactly. That's
I
real work-life balance. That's the
yeah.
stuff that really
If
matters.
your job is just like sitting in front of a computer and like
Mhm.
maybe your whole team is also that's another thing too, is like the whole
Yeah.
team is also remote. So it's like there's no I wouldn't gain anything by going in, right?
Yeah.
And so
Exactly. Exactly.
it all just depends. But like I definitely used to be one of those people like I liked going into the office. I just liked
Yeah.
the separate location. I liked snacks. I liked just like the
Mhm.
water cooler chatting with people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I kind of like the office because I also like to chat, but I find that I'm actually a lot more productive at home because I'm not distracted. I'm just like at my desk, I have like my earphones on, doing my work, and if I go exercise like in the afternoon or whatever, then I come back and I'm back to work, and I have nobody distracting the conversation or anything. So
Yeah.
even though I do kind of enjoy being in the office, but I also prefer being at home because you don't have to commute anywhere, and like that
Oh
saves you
yeah.
like 2 hours
Oh yeah.
a day or something like that, minimum,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
it's a
No,
big difference.
it's crazy. I mean, we're in just outside of like Austin,
Yeah.
Texas,
Mm.
right? And like just traffic is just
Right.
stupid. Like
Yeah.
it's just crazy. Like I used to work when I would go in, one of the things like we work downtown. And so like
Yeah.
that commute to downtown
Right.
was just insane. Like it was
Yeah.
just so terrible.
Yeah. So you
Definitely
get
don't
hours
miss
of your
that.
life back. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. Yeah.
Okay. So, any tools that you can't live without in your work in support?
Oh, ooh. Hey. Good headset, good
Yep.
microphone.
Yep.
Uh you definitely don't want to sound like you're like like gargling marbles or whatever, like you know what I
Right.
mean, like sound coherent.
Yeah.
um Something that you can type well with if you're typing a lot. I don't know,
Yeah.
like what tools, like always have a pocket knife. I don't know. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good advice. That's good advice. Any resources that you recommend to future IT people? Something they could read, something they could study, like a book or a blog or something,
I
or
mean,
a
it
person they could
depends.
follow even.
Yeah, it depends on where they're at in their career. I mean, like if they're just starting out, like there's a ton of free resources as far as like learning. Like if they're going
Mhm.
the certification route, if they're going like a boot camp or something, like it
Yeah.
depends on like what realm of IT. Um, I mean, don't think just because you're in IT, like you shouldn't know how
Mhm.
to code to some degree, right? Scripting
Yeah.
languages, like all that stuff. I mean, it's
Yeah.
high in demand. And even if yes, you could ask ChatGPT to write you like a Bash script or something, or like a Python script, um,
Mm.
understanding it and like knowing what little nuances to like tweak or whatever, like
Yeah.
those things are important. So, um, um, Professor Messer,
Mm.
had used a lot of his material. He's like free. He's on YouTube. A lot of
Mm.
good IT stuff, especially like if you
Yeah.
do certifications.
Okay.
Um, there's like, I mean, just Google, like YouTube has like a
Okay.
bunch of like stuff to keep up on the networking things,
Okay. Okay. Nice.
or whatever.
Cool. Sounds good. Okay. Okay. Final piece of wisdom. Is there anything? Is there anything you would tell yourself when you were young, or like any quotation that stuck with you, anything like that that you want to give the people?
Oh man, I don't know. I
Okay.
should have probably prepared at least this. I mean, like, look, I go back in
Think of
time,
something. Anything.
and
Empty planets, even
invest
whatever.
in Bitcoin.
That's a good one. That's a good
Back
one.
in the
That's a
day,
good
if I
one.
could go back in time,
Not very
I don't
helpful
know.
for the people watching, but sure. Still good advice.
I mean, the only thing I could really say is like, the best time to have started is yesterday. The
Right.
second best is today, or whatever that saying
Yeah.
is. Like,
No,
that's a good one.
that's good. That's good
And
advice. Yeah.
like, just don't let um don't let perfection get in the way of progress, right?
Yeah.
Like, just that's something like that I try to say to myself all the time, because
Yeah.
I have the type of ADHD where like I don't
Mhm.
even get started because I'm too in my head
I
about
have
like,
the same. I
well,
have
but
the same
this,
type.
well,
Yeah.
but that, well, but this,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
but that. And it's
Yeah.
like, just
I do that a
just
lot.
do it. Like, just
Yeah.
like, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
And those are those like little improv things, right? That like
Mm.
I still try to hold on to. It's like, it's okay to
Yeah.
fail. Like, that's a part of the process. It's okay if like you spend hours doing something just to scrap it.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you probably learned something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
And
good.
like,
Yeah.
it's easier said than done. But
Yeah.
that's all I got.
Yeah. I mean, you spend so much of your life doing nothing, so might as well try to do something, right? Not you specifically, but
Bars, dude. Bars.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for this week. Thank you so much, Mike, for coming on the show. Stick around so I can say goodbye to you backstage.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Cheers,
Hopefully, we'll be
everybody.
back next week. I think I have a guest booked next week, but I mean, these days, the guests that I have, they're unreliable. So hopefully, whoever it is will be there. Otherwise, maybe we can find a replacement. I don't know. It's been 5 weeks of people not being here, pretty much. But we're gonna get this. We're gonna get the show going. I promise. We're gonna get more people. We're gonna get more people coming on, etc., etc. Anyway, I'm rambling.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being here. Thank you everyone for
need to
watching.
get a job, like a podcaster, professional interview podcaster person on Job Decoder to then decode their decoding of your decoding, so you can do it better. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good idea. Well, I did have Taylor on that. I did have Taylor. He was my first guest.
Oh,
But
that's
I guess I didn't really absorb the wisdom that he gave me. But that's my own fault. Maybe I need to get Jason on
I don't know
next.
if I don't know if Taylor's absorbing the wisdom that Taylor has.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Jason just arrived. Good to see you, Jason.
There you go.
Okay.
That's the guy.
Okay, we're done. This is going on for 40 minutes. Okay, we gotta wrap it up. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye,
Right,
everyone. Thank you again, Mike. Goodbye, everyone. All right.